playtime! Yay! Hola mis amigos y bienvenido a Playtime, donde celebramos la imaginación, jugamos juntos y quizás aprender algo que no sabíamos.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Oh, and just like that, Taco Bell launched what would become its most famous ad campaign of its history. A chihuahua that says, Yo quiero Taco Bell, joining the Pop Culture Hall of Fame of most quotable ads. The Taco Bell Chihuahua campaign officially launched September 1997. Funny thing is, in real life, this chihuahua was a female named Gidget. The chihuahua was voiced by Carlos Alazraqui, who's voiced many notable cartoon characters, including Rocco and Spunky. And then along comes 1998, where the entire country was gearing up for this huge movie you might have heard of called... The hype for the upcoming TriStar Godzilla movie was so strong that Godzilla was licensed to a ridiculous amount of companies for toys and merchandise. Taco Bell was one of those many companies. And this would pave the way for the Chihuahua Godzilla crossover.
Hey, Godzilla! Want something to drink?
But before we deep dive Godzilla's history at Taco Bell, let's have a little trivia fun, shall we? In this video, we're going to be talking about the Godzilla toys that came in kids' meals at Taco Bell. Below are 4 more fast food chains, and I want you to tell me which is the one that never offered Godzilla toys in America in their version of a kids' meal. Was it A, Hardee's, B, Burger King, C, White Castle, or D, Carl's Jr.? The answer a little later. When it came to promoting the new Godzilla movie, Taco Bell went all in. For example, you could walk into a Taco Bell and buy one of these extra-large Godzilla cups with 4 different designs. Now, at the time of the making of this video, I only have 2 in my collection. But a fellow collector by the name of Victor was good enough to send me pics from his collection, so we can all get a look at all 4 cups. And they're really nice. I like their shine. The designs are really cool. I mean, yeah, they got these weird dad puns, but these are quality cups. I really like them. Along with the 4 cups, they were also offering this Godzilla cup holder, meant to go in your car so you could hold your extra large Dr. Pepper. You have to remember this was 1998, before cars came standard with a dozen cup holders. Now, I know for a fact this is not going to be the only time I ever say this in a video. A lot of the merchandise for Godzilla 1998 is solid. For example, look at this cup holder. It's a nice sculpt. It's painted very well. I really like the colors. I think it was a really good idea to position Godzilla like this, with his arms and tail wrapped around the cup, since he was often depicted similarly with the movie art. This was a quality product, at least one for Taco Bell to be selling. And as of this video, you can secure one of these pretty cheap. I'm inclined to say that according to my research, this is probably one of the most common vintage Godzilla pieces that are still out there in the world. Taco Bell was also having a Find Godzilla and Win contest, where if you buy any gordita, medium or larger drink or combo, you would get a game piece. And according to this vintage paper bag I have here, thankfully not used, there were 2 ways to win. If you find Godzilla on your game piece, you're an instant winner. You could win Harley Davidson, trips to New York, Godzilla t-shirts, delicious Taco Bell food. Or you could use your decoder to reveal letters. Collect letters to spell words like Godzilla, claws, and tail to win cash. Now, normally I would say the idea of losing track of a giant iguana is kind of a weird angle for a contest, but it did happen in the movie, so...
I think I need a bigger box.
The commercial for this contest actually resulted in some t-shirts that you might spot in a thrift shop from time to time. Can you imagine seeing somebody wearing this shirt and you have no context? What is that dog talking about? Is this a penis joke? So just to reiterate, so far we have 4 cups, a cup holder, and a contest. But while I was talking with my fellow collector Victor, he let me know about these lenticular cards. These cards were packaged in take-home Taco Bell Home Originals taco shells. We're not even up to the toys yet, because we still need to talk about this promotional CD-ROM from Eon Magazine that was available free at Taco Bell's. As you can see, it's almost like an entire website on a CD-ROM with pages for the cast and videos and stills from the film. There's even a game. If only I had a video game review show to check that out. It's telling me that my colors are wrong and that's why it won't display correctly. If anyone knows how I can fix this on Windows 98 running on an Oracle VM VirtualBox, let me know. And let's look at our trivia question again. The question was, which one of these fast food chains did not have a Godzilla toy in their kids' meal at any point in history? Carl's Jr. and Hardee's both had toys for the Godzilla animated series. They're owned by the same company. And believe it or not, of all places, White Castle offered Godzilla toys in 1990, thus making the correct answer Le Burger King.
Now Godzilla fits in a Taco Bell kids meal. Get him or one of 4 other action toys. Tanks, fighter jets, baby Godzillas, and helicopters.
But at last, let's head to the display table and check them out. And first up, we have this tank. Well, at first glance, I mean, it looks just like a standard tank. It's a tank. This is what tanks look like. Upon closer inspection, this tank's got a little battle damage. Guess it already went toe-to-toe with Godzilla. The only way you might know that this is related to Godzilla and not just a generic tank is this Godzilla Force sign on the back. It's good to know that once Godzilla started attacking New York, they had time to stop and rebrand all their military. So this thing is actually a water gun. You can put a little water in it and pump the top here and you can splash Godzilla with water. Just in case he has the same weakness as those aliens and signs, I guess. Okay, next up we have a Godzilla egg keychain, and oh god, what happened to it? Now this is supposed to be one of the baby Godzillas in a egg, maybe? An embryo? Well, regardless, you can see that there's a baby Godzilla figure in there, and inside this clear sack was supposed to be fluid of some sort. But time has not treated this well, as the fluid has all hardened into these green chunks. Yeah, looks like, unlike the other toys, this one had an expiration date. I mean, yeah, it has been over 20 years, but ugh, no. Here's another Godzilla baby egg toy, and this one thankfully did not rot. This one's more like a Weeble Wobble toy, where you can knock it around and it'll rebalance itself. You can even kind of drop it on its side and it'll figure out how to get right side up again. Sculpt is nice, wish it had a little bit more color to differentiate from the skin and the egg, but it's still a pretty cool toy. So we have another toy here that's gonna raise a lot of questions. So this one is some kind of rubble, maybe a street, and clearly Godzilla or one of the babies is trapped inside the rubble. This could be representing the destruction of Madison Square Garden at the end, in which case spoilers. And does that make this a dead baby Godzilla right here? This one's said to be a wobbler as well, but this toy doesn't want to weeble or wobble. My theory is that the two wobblers are not part of the main toy line, hence they're not in the commercial. I think these were alternative toys for restaurants to give to younger children, since they're the only toys in this collection that say 0+ on their packaging. The rest of the toys are marked for kids 3 and up. That said, I would not give this to an infant. Alright, now we got Godzilla himself. And I'm glad they did offer one full-body Godzilla toy. The way his tail and head are separated kind of makes you think that by wiggling his tail maybe it'll move his upper half or something, but I don't think this one really does anything. But still, it's pretty neat. For a smaller toy, the detail and paint job are good. I like that he's in his running stance with his head lower and his tail higher. I mean, this is just the right stance for Godzilla 1998 to be in. Look at that little face. That tiny little iguana face. Don't bite me! Now this next toy is my favorite, and there's a lot going on with this one. It actually comes in parts. The base part is a building, and there's Godzilla all wrapped around it again. Is he wearing nail polish? And it comes with this black pole thingy. And a helicopter. So you gotta pull the black thingy really fast so that the helicopter can fly away. Wow. Once again, upon a closer look, we can see some nice detail. Looks like Godzilla's playing peekaboo around the Chrysler building. The base part is definitely going to be the nice looking part here, as the helicopter part although it clearly looks like a helicopter, is meant to be lighter so it can fly easily. Like this. Fly, you fool! Let's try this again standing up. Here we go. Fly! Hey, not bad. The next toy is a laser gun? What is this? It's like a laser gun. It comes with a jet. If you look closely, you can see Godzilla Force on the jet's wings. Oh, this is actually a disc shooter, and if you look at the back of it, it looks like somebody's aiming the discs right at Godzilla's eyeball. That's one way to take him out, I guess. Just poke him in the eye and blind him a little bit. This comes with 3 yellow discs that you can put inside the gun and just pull the trigger to shoot the disc. The jet doesn't do anything, you just kind of put it on top as an ornament. I'll be honest, at first glance, I thought pulling the trigger would launch the jet. That would have been pretty cool. But it's still pretty neat to have this launcher thing that you can shoot your toys with. Pew pew! Pew! Take that! These are quality toys. They feel like you get something. They don't feel cheap, like they're just shoved into a kid's meal box. It's cool how instead of just being a sculpt, most of these actually do something. You can actually play with these. As a matter of fact, playing with these toys is more fun than watching Godzilla 1998. Even the expired egg one. But it just kind of shows you that they put some real effort into marketing Godzilla at Taco Bell. They gave Godzilla 1998 the A game. They thought this was gonna be huge. Like seriously, like the next Jurassic Park huge. But we all know that didn't happen! The toys came in one of these 2 Godzilla kids meal boxes. And I'm actually glad I have these to show you guys, because they have some pretty cool art on them. Like, look at this one here, is Godzilla's kind of taking a nap. A guy with a camera running away. I've never done it, but it shows you all these spots where you can punch and fold, and it's kind of funny that it keeps telling you to punch out Godzilla. It even encourages you to use some of the toys, like the tank or the helicopter, to fire at the kids' meal box. To me, these little paragraphs of directions all over the box are kind of interfering with the art. I would have rathered it just been flat and featured this really nice art. So as you could see, and like I said earlier, Taco Bell really went all in on Godzilla 1998. But what happened next? In July 2000, Taco Bell retired the Chihuahua advertisements. In 2003, Taco Bell was forced to pay $30.1 million in compensation and $12 million additional dollars in interest to 2 men from an ad firm who claimed they came up with the Chihuahua concept. So I don't even know if this whole ad campaign was profitable, but anyone who was alive during it will probably remember it forever. In 2009, at age 15, Gidget was euthanized after having a stroke. And then in January 2014, Taco Bell officially discontinued offering kids' meal toys in its US stores. Is there a happier note to end this video on? No.